Lunchbox is brought to you by J C Oyster in Hollywood.
Hold the Mayo. It's time for Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. Find out what's being served with Mike, Beefo, and Lubie, the only show that covers food, sports, and the proper maintenance of your car. And now, a man who had the distinction of having an entire health clinic named in his honor, Mike Mayo.
I want the flim sauce with the awesome bay with shafafa on the side.
Hey, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Mike Mayo's Lunchbox. It's a special happy hour edition, and boy, have we got a treat in store for you today. It's Wednesday. The sun is shining. There's no rain. There's no floods. We had a little bit of a delay last month, but we are here, and we are going to have a fantastic time. It's going to be a grand opening ribbon-cutting celebration at one of my favorite new restaurants in all of South Florida, Broward County. We're in Hollywood, 2035 Harrison Street, J C Oyster, and we welcome back to the show the owner, Caesar, and we welcome to the Lunchbox for the first time, Chef Raheem. Welcome to the Lunchbox. It's finally good to get us all together again.
Yes. Thank you for having us.
So let's get to it in terms of how it's been going. What was your vision for this concept, and how is it coming to fruition?
It's going pretty well. I mean, summers in Florida is different, right?
Yeah, a little
That's a
laid
nice
back.
way to put it.
Yeah, it's different. It's different. I love Florida. I can't talk bad about can't talk bad about it. But everything's been going really good. I mean, we've been off to a really good start. Believe it or not, I think people are actually really enjoying it, and I'm happy that they're enjoying it because that's what I cook food for, is for people to enjoy. So, I mean, that's been pretty cool.
Well, I've been talking about you a lot. Obviously, when we did a show here a couple of months ago, and we got to sample some of the great food, the menu items that you've developed. But just give the audience here, and we're on the Let's Eat South Florida group, 160,000 members strong. We just surpassed that this week. But for those who are based up here in Broward and maybe the South Palm Beach area, give a little bit about your background. Where you worked before, and what brought you to work here in the 954?
Well, I mean, I live by myself. Originally from the U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Croix. Came here to actually take care of my grandma, and she passed away, and I decided to just stay in South Florida. And I'm going to culinary school here, Le Cordon Bleu. Graduated from there. Right after that, I got a job at Sugar Cane Raw Bar Grill with Timon Baloo.
Our friend Tim,
We
who
love
has
Tim
the
and-
Catherine
we love the
now
Catherine,
up in
yeah.
Who has a
Florida.
Catherine? Yeah, I mean, I love that place, and I love him as a person, as a chef. Good dude. Taught me a lot. Good mentor. And then during that time, I was young, so I wanted like 1,700 jobs. So
Just 1,700?
yeah, just 1,700. I got a job at Zuma, Miami, down in Brickell. I was there for like 4 years. I became sous chef after like my first year, which is pretty cool. Kept my head down and worked my ass off.
And is that where you met Mike Lewis at Zuma?
Yeah, that's where I met Mike Lewis.
Okay. And then,
After that, all before that, I did a lot of staging. I staged at Mandarin, staged at Michael's Genuine, did a lot of that stuff. Just kind of just getting a bunch of places underneath my belt.
all the top quality.
Yeah,
creme de la
you want
creme.
to see what everybody's doing.
Yep.
1-2 days stage was pretty cool. Then after that, I worked at Scarpetta for a little while. I opened up the Faena Hotel. I was chef at Pow. With Paul Key, which is actually a really
And
good
that
friend of
place
mine.
is a spectacular setting.
It's definitely pretty cool.
So you hit all the hot spots, but how did you? And Caesar, let me welcome you back to the show.
Yeah,
It's
I'm a
always
veteran
good to
now,
see
so
you.
this is it's easy.
Yeah. So how did you two link up, Caesar? Can you tell the origin story of J and C?
Yeah, so there's one person, Bahati. He calls himself the mayor of New York.
We got the mayor of Hollywood. I just saw walking in.
he's-
Josh Levy. He's going to join us in the next
He's
segment.
coming soon.
Yeah.
But no, Bahati, we were he's been a fan of ours since the Osaka days at the farmers market.
And I know Bahati from my friend Kevin, who's no longer with us at Ends Meat.
Yeah. So we developed a relationship. They used to come to the bar and hang out at the farmers market, and just followed us for over the years. Uh, Essentially, one day after the pandemic, I wanted to get people back in the restaurant, and I said, "You know, a lot of people in the industry. I need the best chefs in Miami." So I started naming a bunch of restaurants that I liked. Q, of course, came up.
Who doesn't like Q?
I didn't even know the name Raheem, honestly. I knew the restaurant. Then I did my research. That's the executive chef. Um, I went there with my wife, and celebrated, I think, my birthday. And at that point, I was like, "That's the guy right there."
No,
That's
you know it when you see it.
Yeah,
It's
I
kind of
was
like
like, well,
walking
I
into
mean,
the candy or the soda fountain, and you see a star.
But
is
he
born.
wasn't even
That's-
cooking. He was
yeah.
just, laying, sitting against the post.
Yeah.
Like, well,
You
he's
made it seem like I
he's
don't
in
work.
Spain.
I was
That's it.
definitely working.
He's always working.
When I looked up, he was taking a break. Let's say,
Okay.
no, but he got back in the kitchen, did his thing. So, I experienced a lot of dishes. I think that was like my third time back, and admittedly, I'd only gone for happy hour, which is I mean, not it's just hard to get in and a very limited time. So I would only go when I had a business meeting in the design district. I said, let me catch the happy hour, and by luck, right, you have to sit there 10 minutes, wait for a table to open, hop in, get where you can, and leave. But I made it a point for my birthday to go there.
Well, he wowed you with the food, and then it was kismet because the pandemic happens. You start doing other things like the beautiful drinking pig project, and then you moved to Hollywood, right? Or you've been
Yeah,
a
so-
Hollywood resident for a while? Or?
Yeah, so basically, yeah, I mean, I was at Q. Again, I met Michael Lewis at Zuma, which is awesome, still awesome mentor. He's like family to me.
Yeah, Michael Lewis was the founding chef,
Founding chef
partner
of
at
Q, yeah.
Right.
So that's how I end up becoming, that's how I end up at Q.
Yeah.
We knew we were going to do it for a very long time until it actually happened, and then it was pretty cool. And then, yeah, pandemic happened. I was actually in Mexico City opening up Q Mexico City. And it was like, yo, you guys got to get on the plane and get out, or else you're going to get stuck here for a little while. I was like, all right, cool. So went, got on a plane, came back, shut the restaurant down because COVID happened. And I needed the break because it was like, I mean, before that, I probably took a break in 2017 or something. Like, that was my last vacation.
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
So I was like, yeah, this is cool. Like, everybody, I guess the world was freaking out, which rightfully we all were, right? Like, we didn't know what was
it
going
was
on.
4 years ago, and it seems like forever.
Yeah,
because
so-
it was a really challenging time, especially in
Definitely.
the business. But you improvised and then
Yeah, so
started the
then-
drinking.
Yeah,
pig.
improvised, started drinking pig in the front yard. And that became pretty cool. I never knew it was going to do what it did, but I'm super grateful. And yeah, it got super popular from that. And I guess that helped me catapult like a bunch of different things that I got going on now,
And then you link up
Then
with
I
Caesar.
Then I met Caesar.
You developed this
Well, he
menu, which has
actually-
a lot of Q.
He reached out to Bahati, and Bahati gave him my number, and he texted me, or he called me, and he was like, yo, would you have a meeting with me? And I'm like, yeah, of course. And he was like, really? I'm like, yeah. I mean, I'm just a human being. I don't have superpowers. You know what I mean? Like, so I met with him, and we talked for it was supposed to be a 15-minute, 20-minute, and we talked for like 2 hours.
That was
So, and here's the thing: you have this concept, open up this beautiful space. I mean, it really feels like Florida in here. It's bright and airy. It's got the nautical themes. The menu is just filled with things that reminds me a lot of Q, but is completely original things. So, in terms of you want to eat one of everything, but you can't do that in one sitting. So
you got to
it
come
kind
back.
of encourages you to come back more and more. And I've been here, I think, like 4 or 5 times now, and I have eaten mostly everything on the menu. And mostly everything on the menu is 5-star delicious. I live in the
Awesome.
Yelp world now, not the old Sun Sentinel review world where it used to be 4 stars was the top.
Yeah.
Now I'm in the world where it's 5
5
stars.
Okay.
And every dish here, I mean, like I've said before, that Thai crab curry dish, which I know has been spotlighted now by like Lisa Petrillo on Channel 4. But when I first took a bite out of that first time here, I was like, wow, this is like a winner. And it's reasonably priced. It's great. I mean, coming here with a group of 4 people, and I guess that's your whole concept is just come in with a group and order a lot of different things and get a lot of different
things.
tastes.
And and the goal was to make a menu where you want to come back, right? Like that's the goal. Like you don't want to make something where it's like, all right, I ate there, all right, cool, I move on. No, like I'm so interested because everything was good or so good, whichever and you want to come back and have more. So that was the goal, and I think we accomplished that very well. I mean, thanks to Caesar, he designed a beautiful space, and my one and only job was to make a beautiful menu. So that was the goal, and I think
And you've got a crew in here now. Now, Chef Monica's not be able to join us today, but you've got Chef Dossie, I guess, who's a long time.
Chef Darcy, he's worked with us at Q for a very long time, so he's always just been around.
He's executing at a high level every time.
I mean, the team is awesome. I mean, right after we opened, I had to leave to go to Cleveland for a little while because they're doing something there. But I mean, it was amazing to know that the guys was here, had it. They were good. Didn't have to worry about them. Everything was still. I had a lot of friends that were coming in while I were gone. It's like, hey, chef, everything's amazing. Thank you so much. So I mean, that's a testament to the team and for what they did. And I can't ask for a better squad, honestly.
That's great, Caesar. If somebody was coming in here for the first time, and let's say could pick 4 dishes, what are your 4 favorite dishes on the menu? Do you have something that you always recommend? And then I'm going to ask Chef here if it aligns with what maybe some of the the
Well, I
consumers.
don't need the.
You don't need it. Okay, I think you know it by heart.
You're getting on the menu.
Well,
That's great.
there's one dish that has a lot of emotions for me, and it's the hamachi.
Okay, that's a beautiful dish, by the way.
It's fantastic.
It's one of the. I mean, it's light. I mean, everything that you want in the dish is there. But the reason I love the dish is because it was literally the first dish that chef presented to me.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And he's like, "He's like, I think this can go on the menu." When I say like what he presented to me that day is what's on the menu
Oh,
today.
wow.
Yeah.
So there
Didn't
was no
need to change a
changes.
thing.
Down to the plate, the presentation, it was just like
And you talk about a balanced, beautiful dish. I mean, with that ponzu, the little serrano pepper gives it a little kick. It's just
everything you want in a single bite is there. The umami, I mean, everything. So I had a bite, and in my mind, I'm like, if this is what this journey is going to be like, we're in
Right.
good shape.
now.
I mean that literally one bite.
And that was like the first thing,
is
too.
that-
He's just
no,
throwing it
the,
at you.
the whole because when you compose that
Yeah,
caliber of a
it's-
dish,
No, it's
the
fantastic.
It's
presentation,
whatever
it's
you want to
like
call. James Beard worthy, Michelin, whatever you want to call it. It's just good freaking food, and I
Yeah,
want to
yeah.
keep
That's always
eating
the
it.
goal. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean, for me, the goal is good food.
Yeah.
If the accolades come, I
Does it-
appreciate them.
does it make
But
sense?
that's not the goal. Is to just happy customers, lovely food.
Yeah, and I guess the challenge now is, especially when you launch in the summertime, is you get people in the door, and I know you guys are doing that with some of this aggressively value conscious happy hour menu.
Oh,
where
for sure.
you're practically giving the food away.
it's too
at a-
good. It's too good. But
Yeah.
we want people. We're trying to build a brand. We're trying to build a customer base, and that's it.
And I mean, I live in Hollywood too. I literally live 5 minutes that way.
right down the road towards the
So
lakes.
for me, yeah, exactly. So I just always wanted a restaurant where I could come and eat daily, right? Not saying that Hollywood didn't, but I just wanted to put my touch on it. And I mean, I think we did, and I think I think Hollywood needed a restaurant like this, to be honest.
It does. I mean, they've come and gone in the past, and this block has had ups and downs. There used to be a great place across the place called Lola's, and then my friend had Ends Meat that was really doing high quality
I used to
food.
go to Ends Meat.
And rest in peace, Kevin. It's coming up on the anniversary of his passing, but it's great to see this because, like you said, this is not just a special occasion place. It is a place where you can come in once a week and
hang out.
come for happy hour, have a couple of dishes, come for the regular dinner service. Again, it's Wednesday through Sunday. And again, can you want to just give a brief overview of that happy hour? And you're thinking of, I guess, there's been some changes in now that people can actually sit at the chef's bar to enjoy the happy hour.
Yeah,
this
so
season?
I think I owe you some answers too. So the hamachi, right, number one.
Yeah.
Lobster risotto.
Oh,
just
he's
to kind
still
of finish
thinking
that
about the other dishes.
no,
Yeah,
man,
that's
I mean,
great.
He's
yeah,
like, I have like 12. But
I'm
sure,
sorry,
I can
red
give you
carrot. I
4.
could eat everything. I
the
could
lobster risotto,
the chicken.
the Thai crab curry.
Ridiculous.
I think it's
I like
something
the clams with
was
the sofrito
was
butter.
in you go in the studio, you make an album, and you think this song's going to be good, but you don't know. And I felt like that about that, but because I love it, but what is the masses' response to it? And I think is that's why we feature it a lot on all the media, right? It's that version of a curry. I mean, I went to an Indian place,
Yeah.
Royal India,
Yeah,
yesterday.
yeah.
And I've had all kinds of curries from East Asian,
Indian curry, Thai curries. Yeah.
and to me that is the best curry that I've had in my life for whatever reason.
Well, this
And
one is.
Yeah.
It's
So
again,
it's my number one.
it's a flavor bomb, and it's light. It's not too spicy. It's all good. And we're getting hit with some food now.
Yeah, and number four to finish.
Oh, he's still going
We
with
got to
the food. I
finish.
love it.
You asked me a question. I got to. The broiled oysters would be a beautiful dish. I think it's an execution of again what we do here is seafood, right, with an amazing Asian influence techniques. That's how we brand it. But that dish to me is it's not only it's not just the raw, it's just not broiled oyster, but it has to use the kosher mayo, which is ties it in nicely with the Asian side. So that is a lovely
It's
surprise.
a spectacular dish.
I
The
have
broiled
it.
oysters is spectacular.
But I
And
have it, and it's
And
like
I don't know if he would rank his own work because he obviously is like children. How do you
Jimmy
pick
likes
a
all of
favorite
them.
Yeah,
child?
I mean, I
They're
like
all
the whole
good.
menu, but I mean, I don't know, oxtail, pork belly,
Oh,
fried
yeah.
chicken.
Yeah. Oh, you're going off the because
Yeah.
the seafood centric menu, but there are things for the landlubbers here.
Exactly, and those
And-
are the things that I go to. I mean,
Yeah, the
Thai
oxtail.
crab curry is definitely like
So-
top five.
and we got a couple of dishes now, but I'm gonna wait because I'm gonna actually we'll take our first break. I'm gonna actually welcome in Mayor Josh from Hollywood. We're gonna if Caesar could I guess
Excuse
exit
myself?
stage, right? Or I don't know. I
Or
hate to
Raheem,
kick the
or
owner
chef,
off. Maybe
chef,
maybe
or
the
Caesar.
chef.
Either
No,
one,
no,
but
no,
he's
no,
too
no.
busy.
I mean,
no,
whatever
I-
you guys want.
this is
This
the
is-
real star
Let
right here.
them pick.
This is all his work. I provided the table.
And yes, before we take our first break, I just want to put in a good word about. Well, first of all, this coming Sunday at 10 Palms Gulfstream, our usual Friday spot for the Lunchbox, we're hosting a special. We call it the Brunch Bash, the Lunchbox 10 Palms Brunch Bash this Sunday from 12 to 4. We'll all be there. Defo, Lubie, myself, along with
yep.
some contest winners and other paying guests and special guests, including maybe if Caesar or Raheem. Raheem says that he is a horse racing fan. We'll
Love
get into
horse
that
He
racing.
wants to
more.
buy a horse.
He wants to
somebody-
buy a bunch of horses.
He
I
fits
do.
right
I
in
do.
with us.
Somebody
definitely
asked
do.
him, we got to get him and Joey Esposito from Cafe Seville together. They might partner on a horse. Joey lost his Sargusa in the claiming box last month after the first victory, but that's another story. If you want to come to the brunch bash, just email me, mikemayoeats@gmail.com. It's a special low price of $44 per person plus tax and tip. All day brunch buffet, air conditioned seat table overlooking the track. We're going to have a good time. We're going to be betting on the live races at Gulfstream along with the simulcast events coming from around the country, including Saratoga. It's going to be a great day. Again, mikemayoeats@gmail.com. Just email me with the number of people in your party, and I'll make sure you'll get in, and you don't have to pay in advance. They'll just give you a check at the end with that discounted low rate, thanks to Joe Beja and the crew at 10 Palms. All right, let's take our first break, and we'll be back with more from J C Oyster, including the mayor of Hollywood, his own self, Josh Levy, along with Raheem and Caesar, after these words. One of the best restaurants in Broward, J&C Oyster in downtown Hollywood. At 2035 Harrison Street, this place is fantastic and worth a drive. It's got creative, cutting-edge seafood and more with an Asian twist and gorgeous cocktails. Chefs Raheem Seeley and Monica Dominguez cut their teeth at some of Miami's best restaurants. Don't miss some of these fantastic dishes, including grilled oysters, fried chicken, and the Thai red curry crab. Open Wednesday through Sunday for dinner with daily happy hour and outdoor seating. Go to jncoyster.com for reservations and information. Tell them Mike Mayo's Lunchbox sent you. Are you looking for a good New York style slice? How about lunch specials for under $9 that come with garlic rolls and a fountain drink? I'm talking about Stromboli Pizza Kitchen in the Fountains of Plantation, 801 South University Drive. Since 1987, it's been home to Brooklyn-style pies and slices, heroes and paninis, pastas, and all your Italian-American favorites. It's got the unpretentious vibe of the pizza places of my youth with daily specials, family dinners, outdoor seating, eat-in, carry-out, or delivery. Open 7 days a week. Go to strombolispizza.com to place your order today. Mike, where should I go out to eat? I got guests coming from out of town. Where should we go? Cafe Seville. That's the answer. 2768 East Oakland Park Boulevard. It's a Fort Lauderdale perennial, serving the finest in Spanish and continental cuisine in a cozy, friendly, comfortable setting. Joey Esposito and Sally, his better half, they've been running the place for a long time. It's been open since the 1980s. They got great Spanish classics like paella, shrimp with garlic sauce, and all kinds of great seafood dishes. The stuffed veal chop, oh, that's my favorite. Go to Cafe Seville. It's open every day but Sunday at 5 p.m. for dinner. Tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. Do you like burgers? Do you like wings? Do you like late night food and sports on big screen TVs and cold beer and friendly vibe and great people? Then you want to check out Shenanigans, 1300 South Federal Highway in Dania Beach. Go to Shenanigans, you get yourself all the good stuff, the fresh fish every day, the black and grilled wings, and of course the kitchens are open late. Go there, tell them that the Lunchbox Mayo and Defo sent you. All right, we're back on a special happy hour edition from J C Oyster. I think we're going to be having like a grand opening ribbon cutting celebration after the show too, leading right into the happy hour and then dinner service here. J C Oyster, again, 2035 Harrison Street in Hollywood. And it's open Wednesday through Sunday for dinner only now from 5 p.m. until closing time, which is usually about 10 o'clock or so. Yeah. And we welcome to the Lunchbox a first-timer, guy I've known a long time in my various roles as a newspaper man.
He still likes you, it seems like, too.
Yeah.
Which is rare.
You know, these politicians, usually they have to fake it.
Elected officials.
Elected officials.
He's an elected official. Exactly.
No
already
politics.
being a Mayo. He's already being Mayo.
The mayor of Hollywood, Josh Levy, and not just a mayor, but he is a foodie, a food lover. He's a big supporter of restaurants and the whole Hollywood dining scene. Welcome to the Lunchbox, Mayor Levy.
Hey, it's great to be here, everybody. Longtime fan of Let's Eat South Florida as well. And the group there, always love hearing everybody's,
you mix it up
opinion.
in there sometimes.
Yeah,
You're not afraid.
I do. I like to share, and just see everybody's passion for food. Yeah, we all love it. Everybody is now, become a foodie, and that's great. That's one of the things that we can come around, right? If we all enjoyed good food, maybe it would result in better times for even the country, right?
Yeah, and
right. Raheem knows all about that. If he cooked for the whole country, we'd be all good.
That's right. And I think it's so important to the whole concept of breaking bread, of sitting down with others and hearing people who might not be the same as you, who look different, who have different backgrounds, who might have different views on the world. We can still do that in person at restaurants, and that's the vital role that a dining scene plays to bring people together, especially after the pandemic. And what do you make of what's going on, Mayor, with the whole scene down here? There's a new food hall,
right?
Some other new restaurants. This was it Hello Hollywood, Hooray for Hollywood? What's it called?
Thanks to Harrison.
Thanks to Harrison.
Yeah.
Okay,
well, I'll tell you, I'm really excited because downtown Hollywood is really becoming such an amazing destination for foodies across South Florida. It really deserves to be on the map even more so, and we're taking steps to do that and promote it as a city. We have dozens of food establishments here downtown, and we, as a city, and now are completing a beautiful streetscape for downtown Hollywood on Hollywood Boulevard. Beautiful expanding cafe spaces. We really love outdoor dining, right? And so beautiful lighting, expanding cafe spaces all through Hollywood Boulevard. Really beautiful atmosphere, and we've got dozens of food establishments that include everything from Mexican establishments to, of course, your Colombians and Peruvians that are, and you have Indonesian. We have 3 Indian food spots now. We've got, of course, Italian, which is a mainstay.
You
Romanian.
just take a trip up and down Hollywood Boulevard, Harrison, and like you said, it's a microcosm of Broward, where there's like over 70 different types of cuisine, and you have, like you said, everything from Puerto Rican cuisine, Colombian, Indian. And now here you have, I guess you would call this just sophisticated American, but from a
seafood with an Asian inspiration.
Yes, Asian influence, seafood, but from a chef who was born in the Virgin Islands and now has made his way. And, he's a Hollywood resident.
I know.
And this is, it's a wonderful thing, especially for a local glutton like myself. So
I love it. Downtown really, again, is becoming such a great destination. I invite all the viewers to just come, even if you don't identify a restaurant, just to walk through Harrison Street and Hollywood Boulevard, and you'll be walking, across the front door of so many different restaurants. A lot of them are great. Of course, here J C Oyster. Next door is Osaka, which is a Mexican Asian fusion that Caesar knows something about. That's been a hit here, and here on Harrison Street, we've got a number of concepts that are finishing up in their construction, and so it's going to continue to grow and grow. And as more people move to the downtown and the new apartment buildings that are coming up here, we're going to have really an amazing atmosphere. And we're also going to be upgrading the streetscape of Harrison Street with festoon lighting and new pavers and things. So it keeps getting better in downtown Hollywood. I really invite everybody to come and experience it.
And Chef Raheem, I mean, as a Hollywood resident and now a business partner person here, how important is it to have buy-in from local officials in terms of getting restaurants opened and all that stuff? And
I mean, to be frank, and it's like I really like Hollywood.
Okay. You've been in Miami a lot. I don't know.
Yeah, I
what the
worked in
scene is
Miami.
like.
So I worked in Miami literally my whole career, but I've always lived north.
Okay.
Right. So I've always lived in anywhere from like in between like Miami Gardens to this area, like Hollywood. Right. So I always come north to eat and try to find places. And like one of the places that I used to go to like a lot was Go Bistro.
Oh, Go Bistro.
Right after I come from like Hollywood Beach, because like I just like the more relaxed environment. You
Yeah,
know?
it was a chill spot, open late,
Yeah.
some good ramens in
Yeah,
there,
exactly.
and they're
So-
still going.
They're
Oh,
still
yeah.
going, yeah,
Strong.
they're still going. So, I just always figured whenever I buy a house, it's gonna be in this area because I love the neighborhood. So,
Well, I don't know if Mayor appreciates or doesn't like the moniker that all us longtime South Floridians, including residents, we call it Hollyweird, but it's a term.
Hey,
of
we are
endearment.
all Hollyweird.
Yes.
Even our annual Halloween festival is called Hollyweird Halloween.
Oh, nice.
So we're all good with it.
We embrace the eccentricity
Yeah.
here. I'm a former Hollywood resident. My daughter and ex-wife live in Hollywood. I love Hollywood. I love the Broadwalk. I go walking up in there, down. I used to ride my bike. So obviously, the virtues of Hollywood are many, and it still retains some of that kind of old Florida beachfront low-key vibe, and
Yes. I
that
think
is
that's
what
what's the most important part
attracts
about
a
it, too.
lot
Like,
of people here.
you could actually have a good time, but in a relaxed environment.
Yeah.
You know?
It's not,
Miami's cool. I love it, but the traffic and all that
Miami's
stuff
an
is.
international city that
Yeah,
has
so
all the
it's-
hustle, bustle, and headaches
Yeah.
of a New York or
So for
a
me,
London.
like to step out for a minute and just be able to relax is pretty cool.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
when you spend the day at the beach and just walking up and down the Broadwalk there, it's it's a beautiful thing. And then you come over and you got that. Isn't there like a tram or shuttle service now?
Yeah,
that-
we've got it's called, you can download the Ride Circuit app. It's called the Sun Shuttle. It'll take you to downtown and from downtown to the beach and vice versa. We also have a lot of special events. Of course, Wednesday through Sunday at the Beach Band Show is live music from 7 to 9. And here in downtown, we have lots of events. We just had a big block party here for the Copa America
nice.
final. And we had
Nice.
over 10,000
Oh,
mostly
wow.
fans of Colombia that came by.
and it was a little bit better
Probably
managed
better
than
than the stadium,
itself.
Yeah, it was crazy.
They
Oh, man,
weren't
the stadium was
crawling through
crazy.
the air conditioning ducts
No.
here.
That was
Oh,
crazy.
check that out. Look
Oh,
what's
look,
here.
he's bringing some.
Oh, I love that.
too. Wow,
That's some of the best fried chicken I've ever had in my life, by the way.
It
Really?
is.
Oh,
Right,
thank
Mayo
you.
agrees. Yeah, that's
it's a
one of the
winner.
favorites.
It is.
I gotta.
Oh, you
I
can
gotta
dig
tell
in
you.
when it's hot.
Oh, yeah, the
Yeah,
food's
you guys
here.
can
You
eat.
want
I was
to
just-
go.
Eat.
And you know what? I was so busy talking about Hollywood and all this. Chef Raheem, can you briefly just give us a rundown of what's adorning
sure.
this table?
So yeah, I mean, we have a couple cool things, right? Like, so let's start with your vegetables. Everybody needs to eat vegetables, so
Right.
got to put them on the menu. So here we got whole roasted cauliflower with like a chili butter and some like a blue cheese crumble.
And that's kind of a nod to Q. That
Yeah,
was
it's very
the
a
Q
nod to
had
Q.
the other.
So
kind
we
of
had
the
a
meat-
cauliflower with goat cheese and like a green chili vinaigrette.
Right. This
So
is
this is
blue cheese.
Yeah, blue cheese. and
Amazing.
It's a red chili butter.
It's great.
Different, but a nod to Q. I mean,
And
that's
yeah.
Q is kind of what catapulted my career. So
yeah. And then this
you
is
know.
like the perfect summer dish. The starter.
yeah, so
It's
very very light,
it's
very
a crab and
crab
noodle
noodles,
salad.
yeah, crab and noodle salad. So, crabs, a little chipotle mayo, some noodles, and
And this is the stunning broiled oysters.
Yeah,
we were
broiled
talking
oysters
about.
that
I'm
Caesars
going
love
in
so
for one
much
of these.
Ooh.
It's,
and then here we got like a very smoked wahoo fish dip,
Oh, that's
house made potato
this
chips.
is a wahoo fish dip.
That
Yeah,
looks
smoked
amazing.
I thought it was a hummus. That's unbelievable.
Yeah,
I've
it's
never
a wahoo
seen a
fish
dip
dip.
like that. That's,
So
I don't know.
The goal was everybody does it
people
very
at
chunky.
home,
I don't really like.
gotta be
Mike's
able to,
going
like,
for
show
that.
this,
Mike's going for that.
but it looks like
I was going
hummus.
to say,
It's like
I'm like, I
spread
think that's
out.
fish dip, but that's an
Yeah, it's
interesting
a
way.
fish dip. Yeah, so I don't like that chunky.
You're a
I
smooth
just
guy.
don't. I like it.
I'm gonna
I
have
want
to hit that.
Yeah,
You want a dip.
I
You don't
dip.
want a soup.
I
Or
don't. And I want it
stew.
chunky. Yeah. So, and then again, fried chicken,
That's wonderful.
mustard barbecue sauce, house made pickles.
How do you get it to that puree? It's like a puree.
Yeah, basically. So, I take all the ingredients, mix those together first, cream it, and then I break the fish up small, and then add it, and just keep moving it in a Rubik's for a little bit until I get to the
It's
consistency I
interesting.
want,
So
and then I
you're a guy. If
cut it off.
when you're buying peanut butter, you go for the smooth over the chunky.
yes, definitely.
Okay.
And
And this is like
peanut butter. Talking about peanut butter, man, I think in the world.
Mike,
I
I
eat
want to
it.
see you take down that oyster.
I eat it with
this. I'm,
with a spoon out the jar.
Here,
well, no, I'm doing
Here we
nothing.
go,
No,
everybody.
He's using his
Mayo's
finger 'cause
doing
he's
it.
Mayo.
There you go.
We're gonna wait for
That's
that.
the right way to
We're
do
gonna
it.
wait for that rating.
With your finger?
The right way to do
Is
it.
that
You
really
just
the
gotta
right
go.
way?
You just gotta go.
'Cause you guys gave us forks, so
Yeah,
I
but
feel
you
like
just
the
gotta go.
fork is what you're supposed to
Oysters are
use.
finger
I
food.
You're with a
mean,
mayor and a
all
renowned
finger food.
chef
So
and a
what-
restaurateur in your
I mean,
presence.
I eat it the same way, so I don't feel bad.
Mike, tell us how is
Get in
that
there with
oyster?
your
Oh,
hands.
the oyster is unbelievable. I mean, this is one of my go-to items. It's on the happy hour menu for what, just like $11 or something. You get 3 of them,
Yeah.
and the way you coat it. I mean, a lot of people just broil the oysters and put like a little bit of Parmesan butter or something on top. But you actually like poach it, or you like bathe it in this the special like little bit spicy mayonnaise, the kosher.
and then we torch it. Yeah.
And
Well, I'll
then
tell you, Mike, I'm sure the oysters are like the number one item here on the menu that people are coming for, but I have to imagine the hot number 2 has got to be the fried chicken.
fried chicken. Is
Yeah, fried chicken is definitely a good second right there.
And
Oh,
describe
man.
it. Now you do it. It's a boneless fried chicken.
Yeah, it's
right?
a boneless. So it's everybody thinks it's just a chicken thigh. It's actually the whole chicken.
May
leg.
I?
Oh, go
Yeah,
So
for
it's
it.
a thigh and the drumstick deboned.
Deboned.
Yeah,
I'm just going for
24-hour brine.
I love the way
seasoned
the mayor's
flour
going right in.
I like
You
the
cannot
mayor's-
Gotta
resist
get in
that.
there.
I'm just
A
going
man
for it.
after Mayo's
Gotta
heart.
get in there.
And I'm gonna really piss Lubie off here.
Wow.
I'm going, and I'm gonna take the other one.
Let me tell you.
And you got 2 dipping sauces here.
Yeah, so we have a chili butter and then we have a mustard barbecue sauce.
This is like a flavor explosion in your mouth.
I just love the crunch. The crunch is
Yeah, you can
fantastic.
hear it. You can hear it.
The crunch is fantastic.
Now,
And it's still moist. Usually, a lot of times, if you get a crunch like that, it's a little drier. Like it's moist inside, crunchy outside. It's a great piece of fried chicken.
I mean,
The
dark meat. Way to go.
the good part for you, Lubie, is it is on the happy hour menu. So even though me and the mayor just devoured this one, I'll actually spring for buying one.
I
It's
challenge.
only $8, which is also like an incredible
That's
value.
insane. Those
So
are nice pieces of chicken.
I challenge anyone who believes they've had good fried chicken to come here to J C Oyster and have this fried chicken. I want to wager
Right.
that you'll say this is the juiciest, best tasting fried chicken you've ever had.
Well, you guys opened up after the Sun Sentinel had this, like they're doing this best
fried
food
chicken.
competition, and they
Yeah.
did fried chicken as one of the earlier ones in February, and it was actually it was an unlikely winner in that it was a place up in Coral Springs called Cook in the Cork that also does a boneless fried chicken, and it's also kind of on that kind of Asian Korean
Okay.
type. But I've got to say, this one here gives that one every bit of a run for the money. I don't want to, tick anybody off, but no, actually, yours is better.
I know
You
it's,
sure?
it's fighting words when you say anything is number one,
I
right?
think you're just saying it because I'm here.
But
No.
No.
I would not be saying it
No,
if
and-
I didn't believe it.
And
No.
there's some
Awesome,
fried
awesome.
chicken purists out there who say, well, if it doesn't have the bone, it loses flavor. But
I don't know about all that.
yeah,
Yeah.
this
Yeah.
has every bit of the flavor.
So juicy and
Yeah,
so
I mean,
flavorful.
we do brine it.
and what are
24
the
hours.
sauces
You
and
do
the,
brine
what
it.
comes with
Yeah,
the
we
dish?
do brine it. So yeah, you got like a spicy sauce, which is a chili butter,
Mhm.
and then here is like a mustard
It's a
barbecue.
mustard barbecue, a
And
little
to-
bit on the sweeter side.
Yeah, and
Awesome.
then to cleanse
I'm,
your palate,
I'm
I
a
give you
hot
some
butter
pickles.
guy. I love that spicy
Yeah.
butter.
Me too. Me too.
That's the bomb. And then you got a little bit of
Yeah.
the pickled carrots on the side and
Yeah,
whatnot.
If the sauce ever gets too hot, you just pop some pickles and you'll be good to go.
I can't resist from eating. So let's take another break, our second break. Actually, before we go, and I know the mayor here is a big proponent of helping businesses and restaurants.
Sure.
But, the number one complaint that I hear, particularly on the group, is, parking woes. And downtown Hollywood, you have a metered policy. I guess the meters are on 24 hours or almost all the time.
like any downtown metered surface parking, those are like the prime spots. But we also have 2 city parking garages. I think it's like $1 an hour.
Okay.
Right here down the street on Harrison, Van Buren Garage, and 20th Avenue is right there. Public parking. We've got the Radius Garage. We've got right next to JNC. We've got all the parking spots along the railroad tracks that are all city spots. Of course, here along Harrison, we have a new garage popping up as well at the future train station that'll be University Station. It's already under construction. I would say within less than a year it's open, so we'll have a third.
Where is that?
You know,
Oh, the train station.
Oh, is there going to
couple
be
blocks north, yeah.
a Brightline stop here in Hollywood?
It's going to be the new service called Broward Commuter Rail, and that's going to connect all the way down to downtown Miami and everything in between.
Yeah. They are
that's
launching
amazing.
that 'cause
Changer.
I guess that shows you I'm out of the news business. I didn't even know.
That's awesome.
So
that's
Hollywood's
been
going to have the first stop of the Broward
What?
Commuter Rail out of the whole
That's
county.
a game
That's
changer,
amazing.
especially
That is.
for
That is.
downtown
Hollywood,
areas like this. And
Yep.
Caesar,
Because
just,
I wish
his
they-
face just lit up. He's like, "Oh yeah,
Nah,
bring
I
on
mean,
that commuter."
I take the break line like once a week,
Yeah, the Brightline now just stops in
and
Miami.
I just wish it stopped in Hollywood.
Yeah,
I mean,
so-
Aventura, which is pretty cool, but
Yeah, but
still,
So
Hollywood-
what's going to be is you're going to be able to take the Brightline stop in Aventura and then jump on the commuter rail train.
come to Hollywood.
come to Hollywood.
Amazing.
And the first stops will be Hollywood, FLL, the airport, Hollywood International Airport, Fort Lauderdale, Hollywood, and then a stop in South Fort Lauderdale. And then once the county and the Fort Lauderdale settle out how to go over the New River, the service will go north. So for the first number of years, you'll have the connection of South Broward, including Hollywood,
Right.
down with every station in Miami-Dade County.
That's sick.
So it's a
Amazing.
regional
That's awesome.
network. That's really the mainstay
so
for the
great
whole
because
That's
so
Tri-County
many
area.
people that want to come explore, but they don't want to deal with the parking or
Yeah.
the traffic or drinking and driving. And having
Right.
a really viable commuter rail system, it's going to open it up. For all these communities, people will be able to hop around and explore. And I
Exactly.
think
That's the idea.
great.
Walkable, sustainable urban centers that are, a place for community where people can shop and
Yeah,
enjoy
it's
good
awesome.
restaurants, be with each other. You mentioned at the beginning,
Yeah.
breaking bread. It's all about coming together. This is what we do as people.
What's the projected starting date for that service?
Arguably late 2027, more like 2028.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
But
Yeah,
again,
that's only
We
3
got
years
time
from
still.
now.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's going to go so
and
fast.
even though it sounds far away, 4 years,
3 years, 4 years?
3-4 years, it goes by in a blink.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
look at this year.
Yeah,
It's
all
all
a blink.
it's flying by.
It's over.
Can you believe it? It's almost over, and then we're a quarter of the way through the new century, 2025. It was just 1999. Everybody's freaking out about the turn of the century.
Hey, real closer than 3 or 4 years. Actually, this Saturday night, I invite everybody. We have our downtown Hollywood Art Walk.
Nice.
Okay.
And so you'll have an opportunity to see live music, art displays, of course, experience our downtown Hollywood mural project, which is award winning. We're like the Wynwood of Broward County, with like over 30 murals here that you can enjoy. There's a guided tour if you're interested, but come by. It's a great time to come to J C Oyster or visit any of the other restaurants we talked about. This Saturday, 6 p.m. to 10 is the art walk, but you can come around any night of the week.
Excellent.
Saturday.
It
That's
is
amazing.
a fun time.
Yeah.
You guys still do the food trucks on Monday?
Yes.
Once a month.
Once a month.
Once a
Yeah,
month,
around in the Arts Park at Young Circle.
Okay, because we want people to still, come to the brick and mortar restaurants, but once a month go out to have a
Yeah, I
family
mean,
night
I
in the
used to
park.
like that was a big thing for me. I used to go to food trucks a lot too.
Yeah. No, look, there's enough room at the table for everybody.
For everybody.
And enough delicious food.
I
on
mean,
this
for me, the
table.
more places that open up, the more people come to.
Well,
the
that's what
neighborhood.
Caesar was when we were here last time. Caesar was talking about that was he loved this area, and that's why Oaxaca there. He put Oaxaca there. I'm sorry, and he put this here because he wanted to build up Hollywood and make it a destination for people
Yeah,
to
come
come
and hang out.
and just be here, and it makes a lot of sense.
And
Yeah, the more
a
places,
great
the more
area.
people.
we'll talk more about what the future might hold after our second break. And we thank Mayor, I think, again, thank you for the time. And I don't know if we are doing an official ribbon cutting, but you will.
I saw some people from the greatest Hollywood Chamber of Commerce here, so we got to be doing
That
a ribbon
means,
cutting.
okay,
Yes.
so you got to put on your, do a good job of.
Hey,
with the scissors.
Caesar, Raheem will help. We'll be there and
Okay.
we'll celebrate. We really welcome this new restaurant, J C Oyster Bar, right here in Hollywood. Lots of great things happening. Thanks for having me on the show.
Always good to see you.
Always a good
Josh.
time. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you, Mike. Thank you,
And
Raheem.
we'll be back with more with Caesar and Chef Raheem from J&C Oyster after these words.
Thanks,
All right.
everyone.
From a scratch kitchen, delicious drinks and house-made spirits from a craft bar, a great vibe inside and out with a spacious patio. I'm talking about Batch New Southern Kitchen and Tap, Fort Lauderdale, in the heart of the city at 525 North Federal Highway. It's open 7 days for lunch, dinner, and weekend brunch with classics like fried chicken and waffles and shrimp and grits, and creative items like pecan-crusted salmon and a fried green tomato BLT. And the drinks? Smooth sipping and so good. There's convenient free parking and a garage next door, happy hour at the bar, an entire patio, 4 to 7 Monday to Friday, and live music every Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. It's pet and people friendly and with cozy fire pits for when the temperature dips. For reservations and more information, go to bashsouthernkitchen.com. If you like seafood in a comfortable setting, outdoors, even keel fish shack at the corner of A1A and Commercial Boulevard in Lauderdale by the Sea, and also now with a new location on Las Olas Boulevard. Those are my spots. Upscale food and a down-home setting. The chef owners, Dave and Brad, do a terrific job with all the seafood classics that you want. They have the best grilled oysters in town, bang bang shrimp, lobster rolls, and deli fish specials. They also have weekend brunch Saturday and Sunday. They have daily happy hour 4 to 7, and they also have other weekly specials like mussels on Monday and oysters on Tuesday. Go to Even Keel Fish Shack and tell them that the Lunchbox sent you. Gilbert's 17th Street Grill. You know me, I love family-run places with quality food at fair prices served with passion and pride. And that's why I love Gilbert's. For more than a decade, Lenore, Beth, and Richie Gilbert have been serving up the best burgers, wings, ribs, salads, and desserts. It's a fast casual spot. Everything prepared fresh to order from an immaculate open kitchen. They're at 1821 Cordova Road in Fort Lauderdale in the Cordova Shops just south of 17th Street. Open every day but Sunday. One of my favorite burgers in South Florida. Big, round, juicy pucks of 100% Angus beef, char grilled to perfection. And don't miss the sweet potato fries on the side. They're legendary. Go to Gilbert's, feast, and be happy. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. When I'm looking for some wicked good food for a wicked good lunch, there's only one place to go. That's Wicked Cheesesteaks in Fort Lauderdale. It's at 4824 North Federal Highway, just south of Commercial Boulevard and across from Holy Cross Hospital. My friend Brian there, he will hook you up with some really tasty treats. They've got cheesesteaks just like the best you can find in Philly, along with lobster rolls, because that's where he's from, Maine originally. And they have wings and pizza and everything you want to have a really good time. Wicked Cheesesteaks, they're open every day but Tuesday. Check them out online, wickedcheesesteaks.com. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. If you're looking for a great place for steaks, seafood, and more, go to Tropical Acres Steakhouse and Butcher Shop. It's at 2500 Griffin Road in Dania, just west of I-95 in the airport. They've been there a long time, since 1949. That means they're doing something right. You'll get old school hospitality from the Studiali family, along with great value, tremendous service. Of course, you could also go into the bar for happy hour every day, 4 to 6, and they have great value all night long. Also, a butcher shop that's open every day from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. except Sunday. The dining room is open every day at 4:30 except Sunday. Go to Tropical Acres. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. We're back on the Lunchbox, happy hour edition, ribbon cutting edition. J C Oyster, Chef Raheem Caesar's back. Thanks to the mayor of Hollywood for speaking a little bit about the growing dining scene and residential scene here in Hollywood. Caesar, I guess I want to talk a little bit about the drinks in front of us. I had a mocktail. Is that something you're seeing now as more sober living people, or you just want to offer things that
I'm sober.
you're sober? I'm painfully sober right now.
It became
No, but I love mocktails.
the mocktail program was something that we kind of created out of necessity. I mean, you believe how many people request those.
Yep.
And I think a lot of bar programs include them now, like standard.
Yeah.
So we were
It's
a little
like having vegetarian and vegan dishes.
Right,
I mean,
right.
same kind of concept.
No,
that-
for sure. But
the
also
bar.
too, I mean, we said we were a family spot, right? People come with the kids.
Yep.
Right.
You want to be able to give them something cool, right?
I usually just got her liquored up when she was 4 and
Jesus.
just let her. She sleep real good. But oh wait, I didn't say that.
You
I
didn't say that. You didn't
we
say
only
that.
we only do that when we go on a flight.
Just a little nip in the bottle there.
Oh man.
So that was out of necessity. We were
Which one is this? I've got.
so let me ask James.
Okay.
It's got a really funky name, and I can't remember it. We'll get
Is it around
James
somewhere?
over here.
It's very distinct. I don't know if it's a passion fruit. My palate is completely off, but good stuff.
But
And-
we have two versions of those.
Yep.
We're gonna get James pop in here and give us the proper name. But we just launched those literally like I think 2 weeks ago.
okay. Yeah, and you guys
And,
are still
um,
tinkering because you're in the new restaurant mode. It's only been like 2 months, 2.5
No,
months.
three.
3 months.
We turned 3 on the 3rd.
3 months on the 3rd.
July 3rd. So it's you can say one quarter in.
And yeah, we
So
got,
the other drinks, that's the Seaside Martini.
Right.
The concept behind that is that they literally soak some of the ingredients in oyster shells.
oh wow,
Yeah,
that
yes.
one I gotta try. Did you
If
try
I
that?
haven't drank it yet, that's called the Palm, by the way, the mocktail.
Palm. Okay.
So if you have it on your menu,
No, I mean, you could take a sip because that looks interesting. And yeah, like you said, there's mignonette in there, oyster shell,
That's-
vermouth.
I think we should have the guy that made him talk about it.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
all right.
why
We're
don't
gonna
we
get
bring
the
James on?
mixologist, and all right, we'll
Yeah,
get a
let-
little mixologist.
Yeah, I'm down.
I'll step
talking.
aside and we're gonna let
Okay.
James jump in and go over the drinks really quick. But not just the drinks, but the beverage program, the wine. What's exciting for me as an operator is,
Oh, that's a distinct drink. That's
I've been
something
selling. Yeah, no,
different for
it's,
summertime. It's good.
I've been in selling food for nearly 9 years now, and to have a proper liquor license is something that's
it's a
really,
blessing. Yeah.
really really cool.
It really
So-
enhances the whole dining experience, especially with the way mixologists are getting. They're getting creative, and every bit is free floating as chefs in terms of using different ingredients and things you would never have thought of in a glass. And,
Well, I'll
it's
give you
all cool.
perspective on this one, and I'll step out for a second. But this is a Shishito Paloma. So it's a tequila based, but to me the highlight of this cocktail is, well, number one, we use a vendor called Mixology Eyes.
Yep.
Amazing part of the program is we have a proper curated cocktail, right? Should have some proper eyes, right? It's a key component. But this
shishito
rim
peppers. It's like
rub,
it's got,
Yeah, so the juice to shishito pepper is pretty cool.
which is it's a mild pepper, but every once in a while you get one that's a real firecracker.
That's
One
what
out
I
of-
say,
one
but I
out- one out of 10,
never
right?
had a spicy one.
Never
Really?
did. I
My
seem to always
my
get that. I
entire
win the
career,
lottery
I've never had a spicy
every time. They say only 1 out of 10.
And we went
right?
through cases.
but
cases.
it's
Okay.
it's good flavor. Good flavor.
Oh, we got James.
So I'm gonna let you guys introduce James.
yeah,
Yeah.
it's all good.
Gotta get James in here.
Yeah. It's not a happy hour without the
Yeah,
mixologist.
the mixologist.
Right?
He got to talk about his drinks.
So we've got now
guy that makes
joining
the
us
magic.
for the first
Hello,
time,
hello.
the
Hello, hello,
mixologist. What title do you prefer? Are you the beverage director, mixologist?
We'll take beverage director.
Okay, yeah. And James, welcome to the Lunchbox, and
Very much. Thank you very much.
we are happy to be out here for a big day. So yeah, talk about a little bit about these are some unusual ingredients that I'm seeing. I'm looking at mignonette. I'm looking at shishito peppers.
Yeah.
What's going on in that
So,
brain of
We
yours?
try to get a little outside of the box when it comes to cocktails. Try to keep it inventive, creative.
Yep.
I'll just go down the line here. So this is the Shishito Paloma.
Yep.
Right. So imagine what a traditional Paloma would be. You have grapefruit, you have effervescence, you have tequila. We're kind of taking that into like a vegetal world, but still remaining in like a very light, refreshing, delicious tequila base. So on the rim, you have a blend of dehydrated shishitos, black pepper, green peppercorn, black peppercorn, lime zest, sugar, salt, right? So it's kind of like its own little fish rub, if you will. And we
Yeah.
literally take the shishitos, core them, roast them, dehydrate them.
Oh wow!
Then in the drink itself, we use juiced shishito peppers. So we'll just put them through a literal juicer, get like what you'd imagine like a green goddess kind of smoothie would have in it. Just a little bit to give it color, flavor, a little vegetal nature. Then we have tequila, agave, and we top it with a yuzu lime soda.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's it, and it fits with the Asian
like-
theme.
Yep,
It's-
yep.
I'm sure it goes really nicely with some of those broiled oysters.
Oh, for
It
sure.
does, it does, yeah.
And everything else on the menu. So
Yeah,
that's
I mean-
a job well done.
Thank you very
What's-
much.
I mean,
what-
for me, is it's an honor to work with a guy like this. You know, James and I work together at Q.
Okay, I
Oh,
didn't realize
wow.
that you
so,
spent
yeah,
time
we
down
work together
there.
at Q,
Yes.
but I
Yes.
mean, I feel like my food's not complete without one of his drinks.
Right.
So, like,
Very
we're
kind.
opening a restaurant in Miami pretty soon, and same thing. This is like
What
my
what-
food,
Yeah.
his drinks.
That's it. It's a combo that's been working
Yeah.
for a long
Yeah.
time. Now, is my memory faulty? Did they have like a duck fat
Yeah, so
bourbon
the
thing?
Duck Jus.
The
Duck
Duck
Jus.
Jus.
Oh God,
Yeah, that
I
thing
love
was
that
crazy.
drink.
Yes. So I'm not going to take credit for that. That's my
Okay.
good friend Danny.
Okay,
His Cocktail Cavalier on Instagram.
nice.
But he's phenomenal. And it was like, it was a late night of drinking cognac and
No, duck
eating
Jus.
ducks. And,
Jus, like juice, like
yeah.
with the
Yeah,
roast
like
beef,
au jus,
not
yeah,
Jews
yeah.
like me and
Like
Lubie.
au
But
jus,
but
yes.
yeah, it was
Yeah.
that was a stunner of a thing. And
It
this,
was,
let me tell you, what was the inspiration for the we're calling this
The
the like the
Seaside
oyster
Martini.
seaside? What's
Seaside.
seaside stand?
So seaside, like by the ocean.
Oh, by the ocean,
right?
'cause it's the letter
right.
C.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
but
Mignonette.
Yeah.
I'm easily
Mignonette.
confused, as you can
Yeah.
tell.
Mignonette.
Right.
It goes with
Seaside.
oysters. There you go.
There you
Yeah.
go. There you go. Seaside. Come on.
That's my little homage to Caesar. You know, give him
Ah,
the
there
old
you go.
seaside martini.
Got
Play
it.
on double
Play
entendre.
on words. The letter C
Exactly.
for Caesar.
Yeah,
There we go.
We're by the
Exactly.
sea in Hollywood Beach.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Exactly.
And Gray Whale is what?
So
That's
Gray Whale is a California Coast gin.
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 I am
Yeah.
drinking a gin. It's
Yeah, you are.
with minion. This is great because it's one of those drinks I've
tastes like the ocean?
overlooked gin
Yes.
for way too long.
I have a theory about it.
Go
Called
ahead.
the Gordon's theory.
Okay, go ahead.
So everybody, when they're growing up, they go into their grandparents' liquor cabinet.
Right.
They pull out that dusty bottle of Gordon's,
Right.
plastic bottle. You know,
Yes.
it's the only thing left,
Yes.
and they drink the whole thing,
Yes.
and they
never
never
want
drink
gin
it again.
They get
And
sick.
it's,
That's kinda like me
it
and tequila.
never happens ever again.
It happened
So,
with both gin and tequila
exactly.
for me.
Yeah.
I was
Yes.
a troubled youth.
I've-
But
Aren't we
gin is
all?
making a comeback in my world.
Yeah.
As is tequila and mezcal and some of those. What's it called? The
Reposados.
reposados.
Yeah,
Yeah,
reposado.
yeah,
Yeah.
That's. I'm broadening my drinking because that's what I need at my age.
That's what you need. Exactly. Yeah.
Start drinking more
New
things.
frontiers. Exactly.
I mean, I feel like you drink less, right? Because you're just trying little things now.
yeah, and everything
Sure.
in moderation.
Right.
That's my my middle name is moderation, Mike Moderation Mayo. But
There
I
you go.
love having one of
Nice.
each,
Right.
not in one sitting.
There you go.
So where were you after Q? How did you guys link up again?
So Q, we worked together for a long time, and then I had left Q, and this is right before COVID. Sold
Right.
health insurance.
Okay.
Realized that
Interesting.
that
Okay.
was something I never want to do again, and immediately ran back to restaurants. Had a little consultancy in Brickell, a place called Kaori.
Okay.
So, now it's turned into a vinyl room. Beautiful, beautiful concept. And then I worked at Claw in
Oh,
Edgewater.
I need to get in there
Yeah, you gotta
because
go.
I've been hearing nothing but great
Oh, it's
things about
beautiful.
it. So
Very cool stuff.
that's awesome. So I'm glad that you have reconnected with Raheem and you're
Yep.
bringing your great cocktail program here to JNC, and you got some great items on the happy hour menu and on the regular menu.
Absolutely.
And what's the feedback been? Are people kind of
Feedback's great.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the city of Hollywood is like very eager to have an elevated concept.
We
Be
call it Hollywood, so they like
Yeah.
their drinks that are a
They
little
do.
bit on the
Yeah, yeah.
pushing the
Right.
envelope.
Oh,
yeah,
no,
I think they're a
man.
little shocked to get it in a glass, but you know.
Oh, okay.
So
There you guys go.
well, thank you for joining us. We do have to take one more break. I can't believe we've already kind of spent an hour
Cool.
sitting
Well,
here
it's a-
chatting,
It was a
talking,
pleasure to be on. Thanks.
eating, and I will be hopefully seeing you many times because I'm semi-regular. I haven't been around much in the last month because I've been dealing with some flood issues, but that's going to be in my rearview mirror.
Yeah.
Enough of my problems. All right, let's
Tell me about
let's
it.
do the final break, and we'll be back to wrap up this edition from JNC. But it's the fun's just getting started
Yes.
here. They're opening up now. Service, happy hour 5 to 7, regular dinner until past 9 o'clock. Come on out Wednesday through Sunday. It is, again, I don't gush about places usually. I like a lot of places, but this is one that you will truly love. And if you have an appreciation for fine food and beverage, it can't be beat. This is one of Broward's best restaurants already, 3 months out of the box.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Best restaurants in South Florida? Casa D'Angelo is always at the top of my list. First class dining, top flight service, elegant atmosphere, and chef founder Angelo Ilia is legendary. The flagship in Fort Lauderdale has been serving the finest Italian cuisine since 1997, with other locations in Boca Raton and Aventura. As Angelo himself says, they have an unwavering commitment to unparalleled quality with meticulous attention to details. It's so good, with house-made pastas, pristine seafood, unique meats like elk chops and bison, and seasonal specialties including fragrant fresh truffles from Italy. All locations open 7 days for dinner. Reservations recommended for a special occasion or any occasion. Casa D'Angelo. Tell them Mike Mayo sent you. If you're looking for an exquisite sushi experience, Kaizen Sushi Bar and Grill in Fort Lauderdale is the place to go. 5640 North Federal Highway, just north of Commercial Boulevard. Chef owner Hui Lam, he's a sushi savant, slicing and serving pristine fish and seafood flown in directly from Japan and around the world. Nigiri, sashimi, special rolls, and omakase dinners. He's ruined me from going anywhere else. It's that good. Open 7 days for dinner and also for lunch. Even if you're not a sushi fan, they have great cooked options, including steaks, chops, rice and noodles, and other Japanese dishes. It's fantastic. For reservations and information, go to kaizenflorida.com. Tell them Mike Mayo and the Lunchbox sent you. Delicious Mexican food with innovative twists. Margaritas with a medley of tongue-tingling flavors. I'm talking about Taco Craft, Taqueria, and Tequila Bar. The place to go on Taco Tuesday and every day. It's located at 510 North Federal and Highway in Fort Lauderdale, and also in Lauderdale by the Sea at Plantation Walk, and soon in Coral Springs. Taco Craft has specials every day, including bottomless drinks for a Sunday brunch, and Taco Tuesdays with their $4 premium tacos, including their new birria tacos with bone marrow broth. Oh, it's so good. They've even made a taco lover out of me, and they've got so much more, including fajitas, that open-faced smashed cheeseburger tortilla that's new, and a guacamole sample that's an explosion of flavors. The kitchen is open late. There's delivery and takeout. For more information, go to tacocraft.com. Tell them Mike Mayo the Lunchbox sent you. A sophisticated setting. I'm talking about Corvina Seafood Grill. It's at 110 Plaza Real South in Boca Raton, just south of Palmetto Park Road. It's the place to go for the freshest and local seafood and fish, some of it with a Peruvian twist like their great ceviches. It's open 7 days for dinner. They also have happy hour 7 days a week. You don't want to miss it. It's a great place. CorvinaBocaRaton.com for more information and reservations. Tell them the Lunchbox sent you. All right, we've got all our seafood bases covered here on the Lunchbox. To the south, J C Oyster. To the north, Corvina and Boca. We've got Even Keel Fish Shack. We're going to have our big Oyster Festival event with them August 10th. Go online and get your tickets at vlfoodwine.com with our friends at Visit Lauderdale Food and Wine Festival. And Caesar was diligently working on his Dine Out Lauderdale menus.
Nice.
You're going to be taking part with that great promotion coming up with the Visit Lauderdale people,
Yes.
our friends at the Convention and Visitors Bureau, along with Phil and Kate with the Visit Lauderdale Wine and Food Festival. All month long, August and September, restaurants throughout the county are going to be taking part. And I guess both of yours are going to be.
So we signed up Osaka. Today was the last day, of course. Naturally, I did it today.
They let you slide. you can send it in next week. Tell them you know me.
It's already submitted. J C Oyster in Osaka. And then I think, this is literally a conversation that happened an hour ago. Talked to Chef. I think we're going to do a special item that's not on our regular menu.
Right,
Exclusively
exclusive.
for
Really?
that.
Yeah, so you'll have
That's
to
impressive.
get the Dine Out Lauderdale menu in order to get the special treat, which is in development right now.
In
R&D.
development.
Now we got to get out of
It's
here.
already developed. It's in my brain.
The chamber people are clamoring. We got to cut a ribbon. We got to cut a ribbon. The parking meters are ticking. But we look forward to getting back here next month.
Yeah, man, this place is so great.
This place is rocking and rolling. I wish you nothing but continued success. One last question before we go, because Drinking Pig smash hit during the pandemic was a pop-up that started in a driveway cul-de-sac outside a house.
Yeah.
Now it is spreading, and you've been bringing it to other places in other cities. Hopefully, are we going to see it here in Hollywood ever? The two
We
of you?
just had that conversation yesterday, so
Yeah.
just look forward.
Okay.
Keep on the lookout.
People are keeping tight-lipped. All right,
Yeah, keep it
I hope it makes a comeback because some mighty fine.
I never got to
barbecue.
go there, and I heard amazing things of this place. So I hope you guys are in the
It's a
works.
shame that it's in soon 4 or 5 locations and not in the home base, but
All right. Well, everything in due time, and good
Yeah.
things come to those who wait.
Exactly.
Chef Raheem, thank you. It's been a pleasure to sit down with you again and sample your fine food. Everybody come on out here, 2035
Yeah,
Harrison
JNC,
Street,
fantastic.
J&C Oyster, Wednesday through Sunday, happy hour at the bar and the chef's bar area, 5 to 7 every day.
Oh, cool.
Incredible deals, incredibly good seafood, and other things like the fried chicken. Come on out, experience it for yourself. Until next time, tomorrow we'll be at Wicked Cheesesteaks. Our friend Brian, we're going to be eating some good subs, hoagies, whatever you want to call it, with Brian. Wicked Cheesesteaks up in Fort Lauderdale, conveniently located across from Holy Cross Hospital. For my impending
Man,
heart
then he
attack.
goes for his blood work, and then he goes there.
Yeah. When you get the clean bill of health, go right across
There
the
you
street
go.
for a
There you
cheesesteak.
go.
Nothing better. All right.
Nothing better than that.
We'll
right?
see everybody tomorrow. Enjoy every
All right.
oyster, enjoy every
Every
fried
dish.
chicken, and enjoy every sandwich.
There you go.